Charles Castro. Also, we're conducting a video recorded interview with Kevin Mailer. Also present in the room is Joseph White, Paul Colombo, and Michelle Littlefield. Mr. Mailer, you're aware that you're being recorded?
Yes.
Do we have your permission to do so?
Yes.
What is your full name? Please spell your last name.
Kevin Wayne Mailer, M-A-L-E-R.
What's your date of birth, Kevin?
March 19th.
How long have you lived in Brockton?
Oh, 5 months.
5 months. And how long did you live in Walhalla?
10 years. 12 years.
And prior to that, where did you live?
I lived in New York.
In New York. Up in Waltham?
Yeah.
How long did you live there?
3 years.
3 years. Prior to that?
In Brockton,
Brockton, Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Are you originally from Brockton?
Yes.
Where were you born?
Brockton.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
And just for the background, what are your parents' names?
My mother was Elizabeth Doreen. I don't know what that was.
Elizabeth Doreen?
Doreen.
Doreen.
D-E-R-E-E.
Kevin, let's go back to the Brockton area. You say you always lived in Brockton.
I didn't always live in Brockton, no.
Oh, you did?
I was a foster kid. I moved all over the place.
So you were born in Brockton, moved away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Where'd you move to?
I lived in Foxborough, Whitman, Duxbury, a couple other places. I don't know.
Foster homes?
Yeah.
How was that? Yeah. Don't even go there?
No, I'd rather not talk about it.
Okay. When did you move back to Brockton?
When I was 18,
When you were 18. What year would that be?
84, I think, 85.
84. And where did you move to?
I lived with my mom on North Montello first, and then I got an apartment on North Montello.
Oh, you got your own place?
Yeah. I've lived all over the place, so there's like hundreds of places.
Sure. Oh, with Brockton you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Your mom, you're talking about your biological mother?
Yeah.
Okay. And at the time, was her name still, was she
I think it
remarried?
was Revis, I think.
Revis?
Her name was at the time. She's married like 3 times, 4 times.
Okay. She get along good with your mom?
Sometimes. She's deceased now.
Who did you, once you moved to Brockton, back to Brockton, who did you hang around with back then?
A lot of people. Melvin Ducharme, he's deceased. Andy Adamson. Rich
How did
Natali.
Melvin die?
He went to help somebody in a car accident on the highway and got hit by a car.
Okay. In the Brockton area?
Yeah.
When was that, do you know?
It's been about 8 years now.
Yeah. So you hung around with Mel and who else?
10 years. And Rich Natali, Greg Natali, Andy Adamson, my cousin Eddie Clark, Darren Forkey.
So Darren's originally from the Brockton area?
Yeah.
You live with him now, right?
Yeah. David Burke. There's been so many, I don't even. If you ask me the names, I'll tell you.
The Crows, do you know the Crows?
Yep, Kevin Crowe used to stay with me. Chris Crowe.
Chris Crow. What can you say about those guys? Start with, you mentioned the Natalis first. Start with the Natalis. How were they, when you were growing up, what kind of people were they?
They were like the head of the neighborhood, pretty much. I mean, they were what I thought they were.
Head of the neighborhood, what, tough guys?
Yeah, pretty much. They had an image of it.
How'd you get along with them?
On and off. It was alright. I mean, me and Rich had a lot of problems at times.
Why is that?
Because he stole from me. And he broke in my house and ruined a bunch of stuff in my house.
What did he steal?
A car. And then sold it.
He stole the car and then sold it?
Yeah.
How did he get away with that? Don't you need a title?
I don't know how he got away with it, but he did.
Did you forge your name on the title?
I guess.
Yeah. What kind of car was it?
It was a Oldsmobile Cutlass.
What else did he steal?
I don't remember exactly. Just I know he broke in my house, put toothpaste all over all my stuff and shit like that.
Why would he, if he was your friend, why would he
He
do
wasn't.
shit like that?
We and him. It was on and off then.
Yeah. How did they treat women, Rich and Natali?
I've never seen him do anything bad to a woman, so. But he had a lot of girlfriends.
He did?
Yeah. His mom was the one that was like ruled over them, so if she didn't like the women they were with, then they had to get rid of them.
What was his mother's name?
Diana.
Diana?
Yeah.
Diana or Diana?
I think it was Diana. I don't know. Diana.
Was her last name Natali?
It was something else, but I don't remember.
Miller, perhaps?
Yeah.
Miller? Was she married?
Yep.
Who was she married to?
Bob.
Bob Miller, Natali?
Bob Miller, I think his last name was.
What did she do for work, do you remember?
What did she do for work? I don't think she did anything for work.
How many kids did she have?
I think 4 boys and 1 girl.
Did she ever have any foster children in the house?
I don't remember. She might have.
You mentioned something about a girl that they had at the house.
Yeah, I was living in New York at the time, so.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
So you don't know much about that?
Just what I was told.
What were you told?
That they had a girl chained up in their cell.
Do you remember who told you that?
My cousin Eddie.
Eddie?
Yeah, he bragged about it.
It's Eddie Clark?
Yeah.
He bragged about it in what sense?
That he had had sex with her.
What else did you hear about that?
That Diane had gone away to prison for it.
Anybody else get charged?
I don't know.
You don't know. Did you ever talk to any of the Natalis about that?
I tried talking to Greg about it, but he don't really talk about it.
Okay. We'll come back to that. What about Adamson? What type of guy was he?
Oh, Andy was a big muscle-headed drunk.
Rowdy?
Yeah. Yeah, he was fun. He was a fun person.
He was? Do you like the women?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I liked him too.
Is that right?
Oh, yeah.
Good looking guy?
Yeah.
How did he treat his women?
As far as I know, decent.
Who did he live with? Do you know?
He lived with his dad. He lived across the street from me when I lived with my mom in North Montello.
Did you ever hear anything bad about Andy?
No.
Did he squared away?
Yeah.
How about Forky, who you currently live with? Darren?
Darren's a good guy. Darren don't drink, don't smoke, don't do nothing. Takes care of his kids.
Yeah.
So,
How did he end up out here in Walton?
me, I dragged him out here.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
You guys were pretty tight back then?
Yeah.
Did you ever live together in Brockton area? You did?
Yeah.
Where did you live at that time?
North Montello.
The same place where you lived with your mother?
No, right up the street.
Oh, okay. You remember the address?
713.
You mentioned the name Burke.
David Burke.
David Burke. Who was he?
He's a friend of mine that stayed with me.
In Brockton? What happened happened to him?
He lives in Georgia, I think now.
Right.
He's a decent guy too. He's a military guy, yeah.
And he lived in that neighborhood
He
back
lived in
then?
my house. My house was like if somebody was homeless, they could come stay with me.
What floor was that?
Excuse me, the chair broke.
Second floor.
Second floor? And that was 713?
Yeah.
We knew that was gonna happen. You wanna
Excuse me.
check the camera?
No, I'm good right here.
No, but check it, because you moved the table.
It's fine. Yeah.
Who else would stay up there at 713 North Hotel?
Kevin Crowe. His girlfriend, which he married, I think name was Leah. Melvin stayed up there with me.
Where did, what happened to Kevin? Is he still around?
He's in Brockton or something. I don't know. I talked to him on computer sometimes.
Oh, you know?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
I guess. You don't really tell much about his personal life.
Yeah. Well, a lot of these guys moved on, have families now. You say you lived down in South Carolina. Who did you live down with?
My girlfriend, Angela,
What's Angela's last name?
Hulse, Hulse, and my daughter, Kaylee.
Kaylee.
Yeah,
How old's Kaylee?
12.
A sweetheart, I'm sure, right?
Yep.
Type of relationship did you have with Angela?
Rocky.
Yeah. You still talk to her?
Hardly.
Yeah.
Mostly text.
Why was it Rocky? You had have a beautiful young girl with why do you think it was Rocky?
It's a lot of problems.
Yeah. Marital problem.
Pretty much, yeah.
She was your common-law wife, right? Does Angela have family down there?
Yep.
Who's she
Her
here?
mom and her brother, her stepdad,
What's the mother's name, do you know?
Cindy
Cindy. Last name?
Armstrong.
What about her dad?
Her stepdad, Tim Armstrong. Her
Stepdad?
biological dad was up here.
What's a biological dad's name?
Ron.
Hulse?
Yep.
Where's he live?
Lives outside of Walton.
So, is this where you met Angela? Was it in Walton? What was? Did you live with her up here?
No.
No. How old was she when
16 or 17.
And at some point, the two of you moved down to South Carolina? Was, where was Kaylee born? Was she born up here?
South Carolina.
South Carolina. Why'd you choose South Carolina?
So her stepdad got offered a job down there. So they wanted us to go down. So we went.
So stepdad was looking up here,
Mhm.
got an offer of a job in South Carolina,
Yeah.
everybody goes that way.
Getting back to Brockton, did you do some partying at North Montello?
Yeah.
Who would go to those parties?
Kevin Crowe, because he lived there. Andy Adamson. Melvin, because he lived there. And my cousin Eddie, pretty much.
Before I forget, does Melvin have a brother?
No.
No?
He has 4 sisters, I think.
Maybe.
Coincidences.
Oh, we'll get back Ducharme, right?
Yeah.
How about Richard Ducharme? Is he related? Are they related?
Richard Ducharme is my cousin Kimmy's boyfriend. They're not related.
Oh, they're not related. Do you know Richard at all?
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Why do you say that?
He's bad news.
He is?
Yeah.
What's he done?
He likes to beat on my cousin.
Likes to beat on girls?
Yeah.
And that would be Kim.
Yeah. She beats on him back too.
They still together?
I guess. I don't know. I don't talk to him.
Do you ever witness that?
No.
And how do you know that? Someone tell
The
you that?
kids told me.
The kids? Their kids?
Yeah.
How old are their kids?
10 or 11, I think.
Oh, sure. That's not good.
No.
Did you ever meet him in person?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He stayed with me in South Carolina.
He did?
Him and the kids.
And what happened down there when he stayed there?
I turned him in for child abuse.
Turned him into, what, the
Police,
authorities
yeah.
down there?
Yeah.
What, was that something that you saw? That you witnessed?
Their son touched my daughter, and I asked him why, and he said, because I see my mommy and daddy doing it. They let the kids watch them have sex.
You mean sexual abuse?
Yeah.
You
No,
turned-
no, they just, I don't know, they just let the kids watch them have sex.
I see. And his son touched your daughter?
Well, I don't know.
Inappropriately?
I tried to or something, I don't remember.
Who'd you turn him into?
I think the police.
I mean, the sheriff's department, or
I don't remember.
did you file a complaint? Or did you
No,
just,
I just called them.
oh, just so you made a call and said, hey,
Yeah, I told them who I was and everything.
oh, you did? You identified yourself?
Yeah.
When was that?
Like a month before the Brockton police came down and got me for this.
And when would that be?
I don't remember. 2003, I don't know.
You remember what month it was?
No,
Warm weather, cold weather?
I don't remember. It's probably warm weather.
So you turned in Richard Ducharme, or at least made that phone call.
Richard and Kimmy.
And Kim. And what did you tell the authorities?
That they were abusing their kids.
Did you go into specifics?
I don't remember.
And this was before you came up, or went up to Massachusetts?
Before the police brought me up to Massachusetts.
Before the police brought you up?
Yeah, they told me that my cousin Kimmy had called and told them that I had something to do with Jennifer Fay being missing. That was her retaliation against me.
So you told the cops that they were abusing their kids after she made accusations?
No, before.
Before?
Before.
Okay. How long before, do you know?
Like a month, I think. I don't know. I don't remember exactly.
And they told law enforcement that you had something to do with Jennifer Fay?
Mhm.
What did they say?
I don't know exactly.
Who did they tell?
I don't know.
Why would they do that?
To get back at me for turning them in for child abuse. They bragged about it.
Who'd they brag to?
Me.
What did they say?
They said they did it to get me back.
They said that?
Yeah.
Who said that?
My
Rich?
cousin Kim and Rich.
Both of them?
Yeah.
How did
Kim said that Rich made her do it, and Rich said Kim made her do it.
And how do they brag about it? With the
They
phone?
were laughing. No, right to my face.
They did?
Yeah.
Were they still down in South Carolina?
No.
So you met with them in
Yeah, a
Massachusetts?
few months ago to confront them about it.
Oh, just a few months ago?
Yeah. I told you I was in Brockton a few months ago. 5 months ago.
Did you know they had done this?
Yeah, the cops told me they had called.
Is that what prompted the cops to go down there?
Yeah.
And what did they say that Kim and Richard told you?
They didn't explain everything.
They didn't? They must have, who went down there to talk to you? First of all?
And yeah, I know, and
I mean,
was state trooper.
you remember the state troopers name?
No,
Was it DeMori?
I don't think so.
When they approached you down there, they must have gave you some information. What did they tell you was going on? Why were they down there?
On a warrant. Assault warrant.
Assault warrant?
Assault.
Assault warrant. Assault warrant back in Massachusetts. What?
13-year-old warrant.
It's kind of going to extremes, looking for you in South Carolina for an old assault
Well,
warrant.
they ended up afterwards, after they brought me in and everything, told me that they were gonna question me about Jennifer Fay.
Then what did they question you about?
Just asked me if I had anything to do with the disappearance.
What did you tell them?
No,
They go into specifics?
not really.
They tell you what prompted them going down, and
They said they got a call from my cousin and her husband.
so it was all based on Kim and Rich's?
That's what they said.
Did they mention anyone else that might be involved?
Yeah, Rich Natali,
What do they say about him?
that they think he was involved.
What do they base that on, they tell you?
No. Not that I remember anyways, they might have, I don't know.
When they questioned you down South Carolina, where did they question you?
They questioned me at the sheriff's department for a little while there, and then brought me up to Massachusetts and questioned me more up there.
Did they transport you up?
Yeah, they did,
How did they do that?
on a plane.
They did. The two of them?
Yep.
Was there a US Marshal with them? Or no?
No.
Did you go voluntarily?
Yeah, I signed a waiver of extradition.
Extradition? Okay. And then they brought you up to Massachusetts? What happened?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
What happened up in Massachusetts?
They stuck me in a jail cell in
Where did they put you?
Brockton City Jail.
So, right at the Brockton
Yeah.
Police Department?
Then they questioned me for a little bit, and then they stuck me back in the cell, and I had to sit there and wait to go to court for the assault charges.
How long did they question you for?
I think it was a couple hours maybe. I don't remember.
And that questioning, was it, did it have anything to do with the assault?
No,
What did it have to do with it?
Jennifer Fay.
And what kind of questions did they ask you?
They asked me if I had anything to do with the disappearance. And then they said something about, they were told that she was put in my truck and drove into a lake or something.
Where would they come up with that
I have
information?
no idea, but my truck was sold to Melvin's father, so,
It was sold to
Melvin's father,
Melvin?
Ducharme's father, Big Melvin.
Yeah, okay. What kind of truck was that?
It's a Dodge Power Ram, big green ugly thing.
And you sold it to Melvin's father, do you remember his name?
Melvin Senior,
It was senior?
yes. They live in Rhode Island, Woonsocket, I think.
What year was the truck, you remember?
It was 70s, I think.
What did it look like?
It was big, ugly. Had dents on it.
Was it fairly new or old?
No,
Old.
Had you customized it, was it
No.
customized? in
no,
any
it
way?
had big tires on
Lights
it.
or anything?
No. I think it had a plow hitch on the front of it, I'm not sure.
Did you own any other trucks back then?
Trucks. I think that's the only truck I've ever owned.
When did you own this truck?
When? Oh, God. 80, let's see. 88, 89, somewhere in there.
And it was green?
Yeah.
And you're sure you sold it to Melvin
I'm
Senior?
positive because we've already talked about it. I think he has the registration or something for it.
Oh, okay.
Also.
Good. What'd you get for it, do you remember?
Oh, probably like $100.
Oh, okay, so it didn't have much value?
No,
Then you transferred the title and everything?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I must have.
Well, either a title or bill of sale, you must have gave him something.
Yeah.
You said he could produce that, right?
I think he was looking for it last time I talked to him, but that was like 4 or 5 years ago when I talked to him about
And he's living in Rhode Island?
it. Yep.
Do you know where?
Woonsocket, I think. I could probably come up with the number if you give me a few days.
And you don't remember owning any other trucks back then?
No, I mostly had motorcycles and like fixed up cars.
What kind of cars?
67 Chevelle, 71 Carlo, 79 Trans Ams. I had a couple of them, a couple of Firebirds, Z28.
Which ones did you own back in the late '80s? Say,
I don't remember.
no.
I probably had 40 or 50 cars in the 80s.
Where were you living in 1989?
1989. Probably in Brockton, I'm not sure. I mean, I'd have to know like who I was hanging out with and all that stuff before I could tell you where I lived.
Say the summer of 1989. That would make you what? How old would you be back then?
89, 23,
24, 23,
probably in Brockton.
What address would that be?
Oh God. Probably North Montel Street, I don't remember.
Were you hanging around with Natali's back then?
On and off. Like I said, they were mad at me because for a lot of different things, I turned them in for, actually they had a couple pistols in the house that they had hidden in my house and I found them and turned them in for it and stuff. But,
You turned them into the cops?
yeah,
What kind of guns were they?
just a couple handguns.
Remember what type? Automatics?
No, they were revolvers. They were small ones because I had a pool table laying up against my wall and they had them hidden in the pockets. So when I went to set my pool table up, I found them in
They had them hidden in the pocket.
yeah.
First shot you make in the corner, you're gonna find them, right? So you turned them into the cops? What the cops say? You do anything about it?
I don't think so.
They, that's before they passed all the new gun laws and shit, so they probably didn't do a heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Were they familiar with the Natalis, Brockton police?
To be honest with you, I don't think they were familiar with anybody back then.
No.
You know. They, I mean, I had a bomb put in my car one time and blew up in my driveway and they didn't even do anything about it, so,
Your car blew up?
yeah.
What do you think did?
I know who did it.
What do you think did?
I know who did it.
Which car was it?
That was a Ford Escort.
A Ford Escort?
Yeah.
You had a Ford Escort?
Unfortunately. I know I forgot, that just popped in my head, so you gotta give me time.
No.
I said
I'm just looking at all the other cars. You had the Chevelle.
Yeah, I know.
And Trans Am.
I know.
Oh.
You know, and certain things are gonna pop into your head
Sure.
as we ask the
We
questions.
understand that.
You know, that's normal. So the thing blew up, and you know who did it.
Yeah.
Did you take care of business?
No,
No, just left it alone?
yeah.
Why do you think they did?
Just stupid stuff.
Friction going on back and
Yeah.
forth?
Was it before or after you turned them in for the guns?
No, it wasn't the Natalis that did
It
it.
wasn't?
No.
Could I go back to that just for a second?
Right.
The guns, when you turned them in, did they know you turned them in?
Yeah.
And what did they say to you for doing that?
I think that's right before when my house got broken into and my car got stolen. Happened right after that.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure now, I could be wrong, but I think it was right around the same time.
they didn't do anything physically to you,
And they've never done anything physical with me.
would they? Do you think?
I doubt it. The mom might, the dad might, but not them.
No?
No.
Did you ever have something going on with the mother?
I didn't even ask that. Yeah.
Would you say you knew we were gonna ask that? Is that?
Followed you forever, huh?
I think everybody in the neighborhood did.
Yeah, I was gonna say, don't feel alone.
Yeah, right. It's not like you were special.
No. No.
How the hell that come about?
I was just young and drunk and stupid. I
How
think I
old,
was
how
only
old were
18.
you? 18?
Yeah.
That happened more than once, and
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah.
Was she a good looking woman?
No.
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 When you're 18,
We've all had
you don't
those
care,
too.
Yeah, hey, we do stupid shit when we're young. So, did she have a reputation?
As of what? What kind of reputation?
Well, going out with younger guys? No?
It was pretty much kept secret because her husband came after me for it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, he come after you, you're a kid, you know? Did the kids find out about it?
Yeah.
The boys? What do they think about that?
They never really talked about it. They didn't want to hear about it.
Yeah. I mean, was Richie pissed that that went on?
It might have been. I don't know.
But he never approached you?
No.
The husband know of everybody that was?
No.
Well, he didn't, he found out about you.
Found out about me.
How'd you find out?
I don't know. Somebody told me. He chased me around the street though. I remember that.
On foot?
Yeah.
Do you suppose he knew of all the others, but just
I
never
don't know.
said
I
anything?
don't know.
Okay.
What kind of guy was he, the old man?
Mean.
Was he? No. Now, was this this was the stepfather, right? Well,
I think it was Keith's dad and
The-
Lana's dad.
the youngest kids?
Yeah.
What do you remember about Jennifer?
What I remember about her, she used to sit on the wall across the street from our house, hang out with some other girl. I don't remember her name.
Is that how you remember?
Yep.
Good looking kid.
Little.
Did you talk to her much?
I don't think I talked to her that much. I mean, maybe passing by, said hi or something. I know she hung out with a lot of people I hung out with though.
Who she hang around with?
She hung out with, I think Andy's girlfriend, I think she hung out with.
What was that?
Dorinda, I think she hung out with.
Dorinda?
She hung out with the girl that lived across the street from the Natalie's.
Who would that be?
I'm trying to remember her name. If you told me some names, I'd tell you if it was.
Kristen?
What was the last name?
Balboa?
Yeah. That's it.
Did she live across the street from Natali?
I think, like, if you stayed at Natalie's house, it's up off to the right, I think.
Same street?
Yeah.
What kind of place was that, Natali's homestead?
It was alright.
Any,
They were able to put up a good front like a lot of people do, I guess.
any unusual shit happen there? Besides the girl in the basement?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think me sleeping with the mom's kind of unusual, so. I mean, after that happened, I didn't really spend too much time over there, because I knew the dad wanted to kill me, so.
When did that happen?
84, I think, 85.
So after 84 or 85, you didn't hang out at the Natali's?
I hung out with them, but not a lot over their house, because I knew the dad didn't like me.
Did they get their own place at some point?
They got a place that burnt down. It was up the top, up where the mom lives, up on the same street, but you took a right onto a dead end street, and there was an apartment building in there that they got. And I think I was over there once, because we weren't getting along there.
Who's they?
Rich,
Rich?
yeah, I'm not sure if his brothers were there or not.
Rich got his own place?
Yeah,
Did he have any roommates at the time?
I don't know.
Was that a party place?
I guess, I wasn't getting along with him back then, so,
No.
at that time, no.
Did you hang with him at all?
I think I hung more with Greg than I did with Rich.
Are you more Greg's age or?
No, no,
You're older
I'm
than
actually
Greg.
neither one of their ages. But
You're
Greg
older
was
than the
like,
two of them, right?
yeah. Greg was like, he needed like a big brother figure in his life that he wasn't getting from Rich. So
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you were pretty tight with him?
Yeah.
Do you still communicate with him?
with Greg, yeah,
With Greg? How about Rich?
I ain't talked to Rich since I had a flat tire in Brockton.
When was that?
I think like 2005, 2004, somewhere in there.
So, cops came down to Walhalla in June of '03.
Yeah.
You can't remember that, but I have some notes in here somewhere that I know that's when that happened. They took you,
Was it June? I thought it was July.
Oh, two.
could be,
June.
could be.
I thought it was July 4th weekend or something.
Well, you might have been up here in July 4th weekend. Whatever. So right from here, you went up to Massachusetts, right? Where they questioned, they took
From
you
South Carolina.
From South,
Yeah.
yeah, from South Carolina, they took you up to Mass. How long were you up there?
Oh, like 4 days, I think.
And you say they questioned you, how long were you locked up in there?
Like for the weekend, from Friday to Monday.
You were?
Yeah.
So 3-4 days?
Yeah.
How many times did they question you?
Once.
Just once?
Once down there and once up here.
And when you get up there, did they question you the first day you were there?
I think so.
And then what happened the next 2 or 3 days?
I sat in jail waiting to go to court on Monday.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
What happened when you went to court?
I went in, got bonded out, and went back to court like 3 or 4 months later.
When you left court, what did you do?
Darren came down from Maine and bailed me out, brought me up to Maine, and then Angie bought me a ticket and I flew back to South Carolina.
So Darren was living in Maine at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and he came down from Maine to bail you out.
Mm-hmm.
Good friend, huh?
Yeah, well, Angie sent him the money, but yeah, he's a good friend.
So you get out right around, or right after the 4th? Did you spend the 4th of July?
I don't remember the exact date. I thought I was in there in July, but I guess not.
Okay, could be, could be. Did they ever question you again about Jennifer Fay?
No.
When they questioned you about Richie and Natali, did they ask you to do anything?
No, I offered to do something.
What did you offer?
I offered to wear a wire and go talk to him.
And you offered that.
I offered it
Why did you offer that?
to help out.
But what made you think that Natali's might have something to do with it?
Because the way they were talking, the way the police were talking,
The way the police were talking? What were they saying?
that they believed that he had killed her.
This is why I keep asking, because the more questions I ask you, the more
Yeah.
it comes back. They believe that Natali had something to do
Yeah.
with killing her.
Yeah.
No shit. What did they say?
Just that they think that he had killed her.
That,
Rich Natali
Rich.
had killed her.
did they give you a reason?
No.
Where did they come up with that information?
I have no idea.
Did it come from someone else?
I have no idea. You could ask them that. I don't know.
And you said that you'd wear a wire and make contact with Natali?
Mhm.
What prompted you to do that?
To help out. If it was my daughter, I'd want somebody to help me out. And I've always said that from the start.
Do you think they had something to do with it?
Do I think they did? I don't know. Do I think they could have? That it's possible that they could have? Yeah.
Why is that?
Just because of the way Richie was back then.
Did you ever see him have contact with Jennifer?
I don't know. I mean, it's possible. I mean, she walked around the neighborhood. She talked to a lot of people.
Did he like the young girls?
Did who? Reggie? I think we all liked the young girls back then.
Did you ever wear a wire?
No.
What did they do when you offered to wear the wire?
They said they talked to me about it more later.
They ever reach out to you again?
No.
Did they ever talk to you after that meeting? No? They ever contact you in South Carolina?
No. Not that I know of. I mean, I haven't talked to anybody.
They ever call you, write to you?
No.
So it's just kind of left it at that?
Yep.
They talk to you once you get out of the courtroom?
No.
So they never approached you after that?
Not
It's
that I
strange,
can,
isn't
not that I remember.
So they're telling you they think Natali had something to do with killing, not her disappearance, killing Jennifer Fay.
Yeah.
You offer to wear a wire, and then they just ended at that?
Yeah.
Does that make any sense to you?
No, but the way I was feeling about him when I left, I wouldn't have done it anyways.
Why is that?
because of the way I get treated when I was in jail.
Excuse me. How do they treat you?
Bad.
And you mentioned a couple of things earlier.
Yeah. I had to tear up my own clothes to use for toilet paper because they wouldn't give me any toilet paper. They didn't flush my toilet the whole time I was in there. They gave me water with some chemicals mixed in it to drink, and they said that's all I was getting.
How'd you know there was chemicals in it?
I couldn't drink it. It was nasty.
You tasted.
Yeah. You could smell it.
Why do you think they were doing that? Just to bust
They
your
don't
balls?
care. If you ever went to Brockton jail, you'd find out.
You're not too fond of Brockton?
No.
Well, you're not too fond of the police department.
Oh, I mean, it's not all the Brockton police. It's just them. Just
On that particular time. You ever been arrested up there before?
in Brockton. Yeah.
What were you arrested for?
Probably for fighting. I think I got a domestic violence charge on me.
Who did that involve?
I think it was my wife.
Diane?
Yeah.
And you mentioned Diane's last name earlier.
Cool.
C-O-O-L-E?
C-O-U-L-L.
C-O-U-L-L. And what happened to Diane?
She passed away. She died of cancer.
What kind of cancer was it?
Breast cancer.
How old was she?
I think she was 27, I think.
Where were you guys living at the time? Were you living with her at the time? That she
I was out here.
Oh, you were.
We'd split up.
Oh, you had.
She was cheating on me.
Did you have any kids together? When was that? When did you have that relationship with her?
92, I think. I got married in 92.
92. Is that, was that your first long-term relationship?
Long term. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it was. I mean, it wasn't my first serious relationship, no, but it was my first longer than a few months relationship. Yeah.
Who was your first relationship with?
God, it was. I don't remember her name. I was 13, I think.
13. You started young, huh? So you got married in 1992. Who were you dating back in 88, 89?
Girl Sandra,
Sam?
girl Chrissy, Regina,
So Sandra, what was her last name?
Fratellon.
Right along. How was that relationship?
It was good.
How old were you when you met Sandra?
It was like 20, 21,
How old was she?
like 16.
And what happened there?
I met somebody older.
How long did you go out with her?
She lived with me. Her parents sent her over to live with me.
Her parents sent her over?
Yeah.
Why, they pissed or something?
No, they just didn't want her living at the house.
Oh, really? What, why?
I don't know.
Was she pregnant already?
No.
No.
No, she did get pregnant, but no.
She did?
Yeah.
Do you have a child with?
He died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How did the baby die?
His lungs weren't developed enough, and I had to unplug his machine. I don't talk about
Okay.
I'm sorry, did you just say you unplugged the machine?
it. The doctors gave me the choice of doing it.
Man, that's tough.
And from, after Sandra, who'd you go out with?
This girl, Chrissy
Chrissy.
Kroll.
Kroll?
Kroll. C-R-O.
Oh, Kroll.
W-E-L-L.
Where was she from?
Brockton.
Did you go out with her a while?
No, she's the reason why my car got blown up, I think.
Oh. So that was a short term, huh?
Yeah.
How old was she?
She's like a year younger than me, I think. A year or two younger than me.
So she was older than Sandra? And then after that, you said Regina, is it?
Regina was like always there. Like, it's hard to explain. She was a kid's mother, so she was like always in the picture.
Even during Chris and Stan, oh really?
Yeah.
So that was a long term, off and on.
Yeah.
How old were you when you met her?
19, 20.
How old was she?
She was like 15 or 16.
Young,
Yep.
What was
Made my
her-
mistakes.
Regina who?
Flannery.
What did the parents think about that?
Well, actually, I met her to protect. I was supposed to protect her from her dad. That's how all that started.
You mentioned something earlier about her dad. Can you repeat what you told us on
That
that?
he was in prison for raping his kids.
And was Regina one of those kids?
Yes.
What was his first name?
Joseph.
Flannery?
Yep.
How many siblings does Regina have, Jim?
She's got 2 sisters and she had like 4 brothers or something.
And you say he got convicted of
Raping his kids.
raping his kids? So pedophilia, pedophile?
Yeah.
Was it just the girls or the boys too?
As far as I know, just the girls.
Just the girls. Sick bastard. What did he do to him, you know?
I'm not sure.
You say you were protecting her, so it must have been prior to you getting involved with Regina?
No, she was always scared of him.
Yeah.
So he must have gone to prison after you started dating her?
No, it was before, but she was still scared of him when he got out. And he was staying at the house and he wasn't supposed to be.
When was that? Do you remember the year?
Whatever. Like 87 or something like that. 80, somewhere in the late 80s.
And what was his name again?
Joseph Flannery.
Joseph. What did he look like? Or what does he look like?
I haven't seen him in a long time. He was
What did he
heavy
look
set.
like back then?
Kind of short, heavy set. Brown hair.
And at some point he went back to live at the house? How the hell did that happen? Surprised.
Brockton for you, like I said, the cops don't care.
Yeah.
Elaborate a little bit, you said you got together with her really to protect her.
Yeah, she was
Well,
going with one of
when
my
you
friends
say-
at the
When you
time.
use the word protect, what did you think you would do to protect her? To what extent were you going to protect her?
Well, she was just scared to go home. I was, she was going with one of my friends at the time, and I always, if she needed a place to hide or whatever when she got scared, and she was always welcome at my house.
So something blossomed and you ended up hooking up with her?
Unfortunately,
And you say you had a couple of kids with Regina? Sons, I believe?
Yeah.
What's the oldest son's name?
Kevin,
How old is he now?
21,
How old was Regina when she must have been
16.
16. What did the mother feel about the relationship?
I don't know, they
Regina?
let me come live with them, so I guess they were all right.
Oh, you were living right now?
Yeah.
Where was that?
4th Street in Brockton, I think, and then I went and lived with the grandparents in Stoughton, because I had a job over there and I didn't have a car at the time.
Did Regina go to the grandparents with you?
No.
And then a few years later, you had a second child.
Yeah.
How old is he?
17, I think.
And what is his name?
Dylan.
John. Do you still have contact with him?
I'm not allowed to talk to Dylan.
What's that?
I'm not allowed to talk to
Oh, you're not allowed.
Kevin to talk to. Every day.
You don't? You guys get along?
Yeah.
How about Regina? Do you talk?
No.
No. That looks like that ended bad, the way you responded. Yeah. What happened there?
I got married when I was still with her.
That might do it.
That
Wow.
tends to, yeah.
Where'd you marry?
Diane.
And that was in '92?
Something like that, yeah. Whenever Dylan was born.
So you on and off with Regina for quite some time?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. How how many times did you live with her over those years?
So 3 or 4.
3 or 4? So move in, move out, move in, move out. Did you ever have any physical altercations with her?
Probably.
Either on your side or hers?
Probably, yeah, I'm sure.
So it become physical with her?
Not many times, maybe once or twice that I can remember.
Did you ever hit her?
I pushed her, yeah. I guess I consider it hitting,
Did you ever beat her?
yeah. No,
Did she ever beat you?
not that I can remember.
Some of these,
You think not that you remember?
Not that I remember.
Wouldn't you remember something like that?
No.
Pretty big guy, I think you'd remember if a girl beat on you, right?
No, not that I'd admit anyways.
Oh, okay. Oh, fair enough, fair enough. Fair enough.
do the same. How about some of the prior relationships? Sandy, right along?
Sandy.
Was
I
that
never
ever,
got one good.
was that ever physical?
No.
How about Chrissy?
No. No, just Regina, and when I got arrested for domestic violence with my wife, it was her, but they'd said they had taken one of us, so they took me. I volunteered to go. And with Angie, it's happened a couple times, but to protect myself with Angie,
And how old was Angie when you met her?
16 or 17,
And you were how old?
29.
29. You liked the younger girls?
I did. Not more.
Excuse me.
Angie's pretty small, and you had to protect yourself against her?
Yeah, well, when you wake up with your own pistol stuck between your eyes, yeah, you
Really?
protect yourself.
No, I'm doing.
Tough prod.
What prompted that?
Just thought I was cheating on it.
Yeah.
Were you?
Never cheated on it.
Shit, you did.
Being honest with us?
Yeah.
I say that only because just a little while ago you married a girl while you were going with
Yeah,
another.
I learned my lesson from
You
that.
learned your lesson from that, okay. All right. Okay.
It sounds, why did you go after the younger girls?
Why? Because I didn't feel good about myself, I think, and
Why is that?
I just had a lot of problems when I was younger.
I know you had a tough life growing up, especially in your younger years. And we understand that. We understand that. But obviously this could have got you in a shitload of trouble.
Yeah, good.
And you repeated it over and over again. Did you ever find Jennifer attractive?
She was too little.
Too little or too young?
Too both, probably. I mean, I don't remember it like that.
Yeah.
No.
You ever alone with her?
What did I doubt it. No.
Did you ever want to be alone with her?
No.
What type of girl was she, do you remember?
She was like a little kid.
She flirty?
Not that I can remember, not towards me.
She like older guys?
I don't know.
Do you remember if she ever had a relationship with any of the Natalis?
No, I remember she was with this kid, Rick. Rick James or something like that.
Rick James, what's
Yeah.
that have to do with Natalis?
He was friends with him.
He was?
You know,
What type of person was he?
I don't remember. I didn't really get along with him, so I never hung out with him.
Where was he from?
I don't know.
Why did you get along with her?
There's just certain things about people, that's all.
Were you a loner?
What was
Growing
that?
up?
Yeah, well, growing up, yeah, I was.
And then you got moved to Brockton and
Moved to Brockton
made
because
some
my
friends,
mother had
huh?
gotten raped and I went there to stay with her, so.
your mother got raped?
Yeah.
Did you know where your mother lived when you were in the farm? No? How did you find that out?
When I turned 18, they had told me, they had always told me she was dead.
They always told you, who did the foster
Stayed.
state? How did you feel when you found out she was alive and living
I was
a couple of
pissed.
towns over? You're
Pissed,
pissed.
yeah. But what could I do?
That first experience when you found her, how did that go?
remember. Yes, it was on and off.
She was a nice lady from what everybody tells us.
Yeah. But I wasn't what she wanted me to amount to, so.
Well, is she still alive?
No. She died a couple months before my wife did.
So back in
95.
95. Did she die in Brockton?
She died of breast cancer in the same hospital as my wife died.
Oh shit. Wow. How old was she?
She was like 47.
Were you up there when she died?
I was out here.
Yeah.
Can I click it?
Sure.
Earlier, we were talking about Diane, her passing away. When she passed away, you weren't living with her, you were up here.
I was out here.
Did you go to the funeral?
No.
How come?
So I was told not to, or else I'd be killed.
Who told you that?
Her boyfriend.
Who was that?
Francisco something. I don't know his last name.
First name was Francisco.
I think so. I'll remember it. Just give me a little bit.
Guy threatened to kill you, come on. Think that out for us.
He did.
Okay.
Why do you think that was? Is it a jealousy thing, or was it because of something you did to Diane?
No, I never done anything to Diane.
So he just didn't want someone in Diane's past?
Well, he found out that I came and seen her, so.
Oh, you did? When they were together?
I've got to change the film.
Did it stop already?
No, it's about to. We
Alright,
got a few
hang
seconds.
Hang on a second. We're gonna pause momentarily, recorded interview with Kevin Naylor. Kevin, you're aware that we're
Yes.
switching the tapes here? Okay, the time is approximately 12 p.m.
On.
Well,
I
it's-
grew
You're
up
on.
well,
there.
it's the affiliation when we passed an area going to Walton and back. It looked like a track of some sort, so we asked him, coming back, he says it's affiliated, it's the fair up here, it's affiliated with Brockton.
No kidding.
Yeah.
I spent a lot of my childhood. I don't think I missed one for probably 25, 30
Okay,
years.
is that on?
It's on.
Okay. We're resuming our interview with Kevin Naylor. The time is approximately 12:08 p.m. Again, Kevin, you're aware that we're recording this. We
Yes.
have your permission.
Yes.
And we did not discuss anything while the tape was off.
No.
Um, So we were talking about your relationship with Angela. How did that go? You were with her a long time. Things okay in the beginning?
I did for a long time.
And at some point it got, the relationship started going south.
Yep.
Was there any violence there, physical?
Yep.
What happened? It happened more than once?
A few times, yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
Just, violence, that's all.
You say that she could, you could hold her own, apparently, eh?
Yeah.
And you mentioned something about waking up one time, and what happened?
Got a gun to my head.
Who was holding the gun?
I don't really want to get into all that. I don't want.
That's fine. What type of physical violence was that?
Just pushing.
Pushing.
Yeah. I grabbed her by the neck one time.
Grabbed her by the neck? What, like choking?
Yeah.
What prompted that?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Do you drink?
Sometimes.
Drink excessively?
No. I mean, I didn't drink for almost 3 years before I came out here.
You have a physical disability, right?
Yes, I do.
Do you take medication for that?
Yes, I do.
What kind of drugs do you take?
I take antidepressants and blood pressure medicine and pain medicine
What do you take the antidepressants for?
because I'm depressed.
What are you diagnosed with?
Depression and depression and this and
Do you have any bipolar issues?
Yeah, I've been to a lot of different doctors and I've heard a lot of different things.
Okay. Do you take any narcotics?
Yeah.
What type do you take?
hydrocodone.
That's like Percocet,
Yes, Lortab.
Lota. Is that, I've never heard that phrase before, is that something they refer to that as in South Carolina, Lortab?
Lortab, yeah.
Lortab. Is that a brand name or something?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. How long you been on those?
Quite a few years.
They make you violent at all?
No.
No. Kind of mellow you out, right? If anything.
No, they don't even do that. I mean, they don't really do much, to be honest with you.
They just deaden the pain
Yeah.
somewhat. And what type of back ailments do you have?
Herniated disc.
You know?
Yeah.
Do you see doctors or a doctor for that? How many doctors have you seen over the years?
A lot.
You have a doctor shop?
I have.
I know a lot of people, the reason I
know,
asked.
but what is, I'd rather just stick to what.
That's fine. That's right. The reason I know that is because I know a lot of people in pain that sometimes the doctors don't understand what kind of pain you're in.
Yeah, but I don't have nothing to do with this.
That's cool. So, that time that you choked Angela, did you hurt her?
I don't think I might have, I don't know.
And what prompted that? You said you don't remember, but
You know, I get put on some different medication, but I don't know if that's what it was or not.
you think the meds might have had something to do with that?
It was antipsychotic medicine.
Too bad. Did you ever physically abuse her? Other than that?
What do you mean physically abusing?
Did you ever hit her?
I don't think I've ever hit her.
No.
Actually hit her, no.
Did at one point you had something to do with her breaking your arm, or?
Yeah, but that was an accident. That wasn't done purposely.
Okay. What would prompt these outbursts, either on her part or yours? Was it jealousy?
Yeah. Not with me. I mean, I'm not worried about her. She never, as far as I know, she's never cheated on me.
So she would think that you were seeing someone?
Every day. She still does it. In fact, I just erased about 80 messages from her from yesterday.
What does she think you're doing?
Out here sleeping with somebody.
Does she consider you guys stolen item?
I don't know. You have to ask her that.
Yeah. You hoping to get that for?
I don't know.
You know, obviously you have a daughter together, and we've seen firsthand how much your daughter cares for you, that's for sure. We know that. We don't even have to go there. Kevin, when the police came down to talk to you, it was still in the hands of the Brockton Police Department. It was still their file.
Mhm.
And I'll tell you, it was still considered a missing persons case.
Okay.
Since then, they've upgraded it. Obviously, they think something's gone tragically wrong,
Understandable.
you know. They probably should have done that early on. But to make a long story short, Brockton PD is no longer handling it. It's in the hands of Plymouth County District Attorney's Office.
Okay.
And it's investigated by the state police or investigators from the state police. So it's a totally different animal. It's gone. Brockton PD really doesn't have much to do with it anymore.
Okay.
And that's because of evidence that they've found in the last couple of years. And a lot of it's not good.
Okay.
They're putting the pieces together, and I can't say what they're doing. They don't, we're not privileged, we're not privy to a lot of the information, but we work well with them.
Okay.
We've got a good rapport with them, especially the part of the district attorney's office and the investigators. We don't necessarily share information, we do help each other out and so forth. But they're on to something.
Good.
What can you tell us about what you know about this?
I can't tell you anything. I mean, you ask me questions, I'll answer them. I mean, there's nothing I can tell you. That's why I want the polygraph test, and then you guys will see.
What do you think the polygraph test is gonna do?
Show you that I don't know anything about anything.
Did you own any other vehicles back in 88, 89?
Probably, sure, I don't know, probably. I told you I've had,
Yeah.
in the 80s, I had a lot of cars.
How about, you mentioned that one truck that the police questioned you on.
Yeah,
Were there any other trucks?
I don't think I ever owned another truck.
No?
I don't think so, not that I can remember. Now, you guys can pull that up anyways with D&D anyways, can't you?
You own a 79 Ford, brown?
I don't know. You tell me.
Purchased in April, May of 09, 89 rather.
I don't know.
You don't remember that?
I could have, but I don't think I owned another truck.
Geez, I'm probably older than you, and I can remember every car I've ever owned.
Oh, I've owned hundreds of them, so,
Yeah. You don't remember owning a brown Ford pickup?
no.
The reason I ask is, last time Jennifer was seen alive was getting into a brown Ford pickup.
Yeah, I don't think I have. You just look. I mean, if you can get the reports, look and see if I have.
Oh, we already have.
Okay.
Back in 89, you owned a brown Ford pickup.
I owned a brown Ford pickup. Did I? Not that I remember, but
No? And obviously, you know, we can trace the vehicles.
yeah, that's fine. I told you. I'm not worried about all that.
The issue with this truck is that it was never sold to anyone. It was never transferred. It just disappears.
Well, I don't. First of all, I don't remember owning a truck. If I did, I'd tell you because I'm, trying to answer all your questions. But
You don't remember a brown pickup truck?
no.
Back in 89?
No.
Did you ever loan that truck to Natali?
I don't even remember owning it. How would I know if I lent it to anybody?
You ever let him drive your vehicles? Richie?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Just the one he stole from me. I didn't let him drive it.
Back in 89, your mother was still alive, obviously. Where was she living?
I think she was on North Montello Street.
And she was living with her sisters, I believe, your
Her
aunt?
husband, I think.
Was there
Francisco.
an aunt living there?
I don't remember.
Did you ever go to the house one night? And walk through the door with blood on your jeans?
I probably walked through the door 100 times with blood on my jeans.
Why would there be blood on your
Because I
jeans?
fight all the time.
How about one time in particular when there was a considerable amount of blood on your boots and jeans? You remember that? Your aunt asking you where or what happened?
No, but I'm sure if she said it happened, it probably did happen.
And
My nose has been broken like 9 times. I've been stabbed in my head. I've been stabbed in my legs.
yeah.
I mean, I fight. That's what I do.
But this time in particular, something went on because we've been told that you made some comments when you came through the door.
Okay, we'll call it. You're talking about Kimmy's mother, right? The one that. Okay.
Yeah, you'd be your aunt,
All right.
and your mother was there.
That's fine.
Do you remember that?
No,
What made you say that?
because you don't know my family. But go ahead. I'll keep answering your questions.
Oh, no, tell us,
No.
maybe that'll answer some of our questions.
Just go ahead.
What's that, Joe? So anyhow, you walked through the door, according to a couple of different people, so it didn't come from one.
Okay.
You got blood on your boots. you got blood on your jeans, lower portion of your jeans, and they asked you what happened, then you made some comments.
What comments did I make?
They did something that's gonna haunt you for the rest of your life.
I've done a lot of things that haunt me for the rest.
Alright, Kevin, stop.
No, I'm starting to get mad because
And there's no need to get mad. Listen, we have been on this for 5 years. Now, as I said
fine,
earlier,
but
no,
you-
wait, as I
you-
said earlier, no, listen to me a minute. As I said earlier, we didn't come here on a fucking whim. We didn't come here and say,
Yeah, but
well,
you-
you know, we've talked to one
you
people,
gave me
it's
info
time
from
to,
somebody that's been a drunk all of friggin'
then help us. We've got a lot of info.
I don't put
And
me
you
on
gotta
the
help.
polygraph and you'll get all the help you want. Because you're gonna see I don't know shit.
The thing is, you're the one that can clear up the shit that's been told to us. Instead of getting pissed off,
How am I gonna clear up something they're making up?
just answer the questions.
I am answering the question, but it's not good enough. My answers aren't apparently aren't
Well,
good enough
because
to
you don't know, you don't remember.
Because I don't.
Listen, in the very beginning of this, Charlie asked you, he asked you a question, he says, yeah, going back to your daughter, Kaylee, do you ever remember, all of your answers have been, I don't remember, I don't, well, I don't, that's
Well,
okay, and that's okay.
Call
But when we
Angie and
got-
ask her what kind of memory I
But
have.
when we got
She'll
to
tell you.
Kaylee, and he asked you, says, did you ever do anything to Kaylee, assault-wise or anything?
To
And
Kaylee?
Yeah, and you said,
Oh, I thought you meant to Angie.
you
I've
said,
never played a hand
no,
on
we were
Kaylee.
talking about Kaylee, and you said, I don't remember. Now, I can understand
No,
you
no,
don't remembering a lot of
I've
things.
never put a hand on Kaylee. You can ask Angie
Okay,
that. She'll
all
tell you
right.
that.
I never asked her.
Right,
You know,
I've never put a hand on my daughter,
That's
ever.
okay, all right.
That's good. I mean, she's a sweetheart. Being a
We
relative.
have-
I've never touched my daughter.
We have a lot of things, and they
That's
don't make
fine.
any sense.
That's
to us.
fine.
You're the only
But
one who can clear that
you're
up.
asking me questions from somebody that has a lot of hate towards me, and that's been a drunk all her life.
But that's fine. Tell
And
her.
how can she remember?
tell
How
us
can
that.
she remember what I told her when she can't remember nothing? Nothing else from back then.
Thing is, Kevin, we told you we were gonna ask some tough questions. We're not making this shit up.
Yeah, well,
This
somebody
info-
else is.
That's fine. This information.
Yeah,
I got
we do
I got
that
clothes at
to
my
tell-
house right now that got blood all over them. I mean I've been in probably 1,000 fights and more. That's what I do.
That's fine. That's fine. We're talking about one particular instance. And the reason we're asking about this is because it happened right around the same time that she disappeared. So we gotta clear it
And
up.
now,
We gotta
you know,
clear it
why
up,
would,
Kevin.
it's just,
But just answer the questions as best you can.
I am, and I don't know isn't good enough. If I don't know something, if I remember it, then I'll tell you.
Okay, let me see if I can trigger something. This particular time, you had blood on your boots. You took your boots off and brought them out to the backyard and burned them.
That's a lie.
You don't remember that?
That's a lie. What do you mean I don't remember? It's a lie. Why would I burn a perfectly good pair of boots?
That might not be so perfect.
Whatever. Put me on the polygraph, please. That's. And
No,
you're gonna
that was a
keep-
good, that was a good answer. You just answered this question, and that's all we're asking. Because you're right, it's not necessary that the people we've talked to are telling us the truth. But you're the only one who can clear that up for us.
Oh, you getting the information from somebody that I beat the shit out of her son a few times because he's an ass.
Who would that be?
Eddie.
Eddie Clark?
Yeah. That's the only iron I got.
Kevin,
And because I turned her daughter in for child abuse.
Kevin, we met your daughter,
Yeah?
obviously Angie, and believe it or not, Angie cares for you.
Yeah.
You may be going through some shit, but you can see why she'd be concerned with this. She doesn't know these things. We don't tell anybody anything.
I don't care if she knows, she'll tell you the
We're
same thing. My
we're trying to
family's
get
bunch of
information
liars.
from people, not get it. But you understand, we're compiling this information, and these are just pieces, just small pieces. If we have this, you can imagine what, the cops.
I'm not worried about what the cops have because I had nothing to do with anything. I'm not worried about it.
We don't seem to think that you killed Jennifer.
We don't think that We don't think
I
that.
didn't.
But we think you know who did.
No, I don't. I don't even know if she's dead or not.
We do.
Well, that's you guys. I don't. And this makes me sick.
Let me ask you something. The information that Kim and Richie DeShawn told the police, right? The information that they gave them. What was that?
I don't know.
Was it based on comments that you made to Richie?
No.
No?
No. What if I had been involved in a murder, you think I'd tell a big mouth like him? Or my cousin? I know what they're like.
Kevin, you know what? You gotta do the right thing for your daughter, because let me tell you what. If you're not, if you're not working with us, you're working against us. And the sad thing is, no one knows whether to believe you or not anymore.
Well, that's fine. You can put me on the polygraph.
Thing is, we have a lot of
Trust me, I got no reason to stick up for Rich Natali.
Are you afraid of Richard?
No, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of anybody.
You aren't?
No, I'm not.
You're not afraid of any of the Natali?
No.
What about going to jail?
I'm about going to jail.
Afraid of that?
Yeah,
I know I would be.
I am. I don't mean I'm afraid of the person.
Thing is, this is an old case. They're trying to get rid of it. And they're gonna hang, they have a shitload of circumstantial evidence. Years ago, you needed the body to convict someone. They don't need that.
Yeah, I know.
You know that. They're getting a lot of pressure from every which way to close this
Yeah.
case. You know, it's been all over the fucking news. They're getting a lot of pressure. We know who did it. They know who did it. Cops know who did it. We've built up a real good rapport with them, and we have a lot of influence with them.
Yeah.
And we know we can make something work with the person that came clean.
Alright.
And I'm telling you, Kevin, if you know anything, man,
I don't.
Whatever you, I've been watching you. Whatever your arms, you got a lot of marks on your arms. Both of them, right here.
Yeah.
Your other one, what was that from?
That's so I don't go out and hurt people. I do it to myself.
What happened here versus these? These two or three right here, and those here are clearly different.
It just matters that day.
Oh, okay.
seem like a good guy, man. And believe it or not, some people speak very highly of you. They don't want to believe it, but what people do is they reflect on things that were said, things that were done, and then they put the pieces together. We don't have to tell them anything. We don't tell them anything. We can't tell them anything. It'd be
That's fine.
stupid. But there's a lot of shit out there that shows that you may be involved somehow or know what the hell's going on.
Oh, it is. Oh, it is.
Then was what?
No, I've done a lot of things in my past that I ain't proud of. But I ain't had nothing to do with this.
Sometimes we get put into circumstances that we have no control over because of the actions of some other knucklehead
I
that can end
understand
up taking you down with them as
I
well.
understand that.
And that's what's gonna happen, Kevin.
Don't
They're
worry
gonna
about
throw you right under the bus.
it. They try throwing me
And
under
the
bus.
tallies are gonna dime you right out.
They try.
They're gonna
I
make
think-
you
no,
the
no,
scapegoat.
No. Kim, I think it's time you realize you've got to. If you leave
What do
here
you
with
want me to
nothing-
tell you?
if
You
you-
want me to tell you something
I
I don't
don't
know?
want you to
I'm
tell
not
me
gonna lie
anything
about
you don't
nothing.
know. All I'm telling you is the Natalis are next,
That's fine.
and we're not going to stop on the Natalis. And we have every reason to believe they will throw you right the fuck up. They could care less about
You
it.
know,
And you've said it yourself.
we might not even have a chance to go after the Natalis because
Yeah.
it might be out of our hands.
Well, whatever. That's on them.
Yeah. What do they ever talk about when Jennifer's disappearance?
I tried to talk to Greg about it, trying to see if I could find anything out.
How does he respond?
My brother don't know nothing about it.
Let me ask you something, Kevin. Why were you so defensive when we went down to talk to Angela? You kind of freaked out.
And my daughter was texting me and she was getting scared.
And I asked Angela that, and she doesn't believe, or didn't believe you had anything to do with it. But she said that every time Jennifer's name
Because it
came-
upsets me.
I mean, you've been in brawls, you're a tough guy.
So what? It don't mean I don't have a heart.
You didn't really know the girl, right? So why do you get all upset when you
Because
talk
it's a
about-
person. It's still a person.
So,
She's still a person.
so if we were to talk about someone else, some other young girl that something happened to,
If it was somebody I didn't know, then it really wouldn't make that much difference. I mean, it'd still bother me, but it wouldn't make as much difference as this.
but I mean, it affects people different ways, but everyone we talk to feels bad, they're heartbroken, but they want to talk to us, they want to tell us everything that happened. And they don't freak out when you mention the name. You hide
The
this-
way Angie mentions the name is totally different, okay? That's why I freak out. You don't know how she is. You don't know what she says to me.
Well, tell us.
No, I'm not gonna, because that's between me and her.
But what does she do? Does she accuse you?
Sometimes, yeah, when she's pissed off. And she holds it over my head. I'm calling the cops and tell her you told me something. When she gets mad.
Let me ask you something. In 2005, you went back to Massachusetts, right?
It was,
05. Who did you hook up with up there?
that was my cousin Eddie, I think.
Ed? Was that who you stayed with?
No, I stayed with a friend Rich, I think. Different friend Rich.
Did you ever hook up with the Natalis?
I know I went by his shop. I had
Yeah,
flat-
did you ever seek them out, or did they seek you out?
I didn't seek him out. I had a flat tire in my car. So I went by the shed. He's like, a rich guy's shop. He probably got tires. So I went by there.
So you paid Richie a visit?
Yeah.
And it was about a flat tire?
Yeah.
Wasn't to talk about old times?
I don't think so. I don't know what was said, but I don't think so.
Anyone else there? Where'd you meet with them?
At his shop.
What was the shop center, do you know?
You know,
Where was it located?
Warren Ave, I think.
Warner. And what did you do? Go into the place?
I was looking for a tire for my car. My
Did-
tire was in the back seat. I had chrome rims on my car.
Did he fix it?
No,
Did you go into the shop?
probably.
Did you talk to Richie?
Yeah, I'm sure I did.
Did you talk to him about Jennifer?
I don't think so. I don't recall though.
So you came up, police dragged you up, they asked you all kinds of questions. You're willing to put a wire and go talk to Natali.
Yeah.
And then you hook up with him a year and a half later and you never even bring this up?
Why would I bring it up?
You offered to wear a wire to get information.
Yeah.
You just told us you
Yeah.
wanted to get information to help.
Yeah.
So you're talking to Natali, you wouldn't bring this up?
Why would I bring it up? I don't know if he had anything to do with her disappearance or not. Why
I'm
would I
not
bring
saying,
it
I'm
up?
not saying accuse him, I'm saying, hey, shit, what did happen in that Jennifer Fay case? Anything
Why?
happen?
I told you I was pissed off at the cops at that time. I still am.
So because you're pissed off at the cops, you kind of.
What am I? If I go in and talk to him about Jennifer Fay, and he tells me something, what good is that going to do? I don't have it on wire. That's just hearsay in court, right? What good is that?
That would help. Obviously, that would help.
Help what?
That would help.
It ain't gonna help me.
No, it ain't gonna help you, but you said earlier that you wanted to
At the
Help.
time I did.
help.
At the time I did.
So because the
And I'm
cop-
here right now, right?
Yeah. But why are you here? You're here to clear your name, right?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why do you want to clear your name? You don't give a fuck about us. Why do you want to clear your name?
I want to clear my name. Because I'm sick of listening to bullshit.
You want to clear your name because you don't want people to believe that you had anything to do with this.
Yeah.
And who would those people be?
Angie.
And you don't.
Yeah. My daughter knows anyways.
What do you mean you your daughter knows anyways.
She knows I wouldn't have nothing to do with it.
Have you ever given any thought that, as a parent with your daughter, 12 years old right now, and just the 4-year difference between her and when Jennifer disappeared, that, you know, it could happen to anyone at
Yeah, I
any
know
given
that.
time?
I know that. I understand that.
You would understand
scares me to
how a
death.
parent would feel and how a parent would want to know.
20
Yeah.
years.
But
Where the-
what can I do if I don't know anything? What do you want me to do?
Well, I personally think Natali had something to do with it, okay?
He very well
And
could have.
I think that you were placed in a very awkward situation, but what I fear is that when Natali goes down for this, that you're gonna get down with him.
That's fine.
And that's fine. You've got a wife, I'm not a wife, but you've got a significant other, you've got a daughter.
I had
And
nothing
you
to do
can't,
with
you
anything.
can't go to
They
jail.
don't come out. They
You've
don't
got
come
too
out.
much to lose, you know? And it's just not worth it, you know? It's an opportunity, I think, to,
I can't tell you
Just-
something I don't know.
Then tell us something you do know.
I
Tell
don't
us what you know.
Whatever.
You just said it'll come out.
Yeah, it'll come out that I had nothing to do with anything. Trust me, I got no connection with Rich Natali at all.
What happened to the brown truck?
I don't know anything about a brown truck.
Yeah, the 1979 Ford.
It's gonna come back to go
F-150
right up your
pickup
ass,
truck.
Kevin.
Whatever.
It's gonna come back to go right up your
Let me
ass.
tell you what we know,
And
Kevin.
we're trying to help you with that. We are not the police.
I don't care if you were, I'd be telling you the same thing.
we're giving you an opportunity.
She was at your
That
house.
To
police
help.
can't give you.
She was what?
She was at your house that night. She
At my
disappeared.
house?
Yes, she was. And
Okay.
we've got witnesses that put her there.
Okay.
Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
The party at 750 North Montallo.
750 North Montello?
Yeah.
I didn't live at 750.
There was 3 girls there.
I don't live at
The apartment
750.
building next to the Hop.
Oh.
3 girls, and one of them was Jen. 3 of them, all of them up in your apartment.
Not that I remember, no.
Well, it specifically
I had
stands out
tons
to
of
one of
girls at
them
my
because
house
it
at
was
all
the first
times,
time
so-
she had ever used cocaine. So she remembers it vividly.
Okay,
And then the next day, her best friend turns up missing,
okay.
gone.
Okay.
So they leave your house and they go up the street to another gathering. Any of this ringing a bell?
Nope.
Yeah, you're giving them too much information.
Okay.
I don't care what she gives me. It ain't gonna change anything.
Kevin, don't fuck up your life, man.
Not
A
worth
murder
it.
bit.
Whatever.
You'll never see the kids again, you'll never see Angie, your friends. A murder bit.
You
It's a
don't-
lifetime commitment.
Kaylee, it's all about Kaylee. That's the bottom line.
You can sit here, you can be tough for us, but you know fucking well you don't want that, Kevin. You don't want any part of that shit, and we're trying to help you get around that. God damn it, we know, and you know, that there's something you're not telling us.
No, there isn't. When'd you polygraph that get here?
You know, that's not acceptable in court either. It doesn't mean
matter.
shit.
It'll be acceptable for me.
He hasn't returned my call yet.
It's been a 4-hour drive.
I know. He said this morning he was shooting for 1:30, but he didn't know about traffic, so. I left him a voicemail when we broke at 12, but he hasn't called back yet. Joe, he's got your number. Has he tried your phone?
Yeah, but think about it, man. Because,
I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it since the cop took me up the first time.
but all this information, you can't, you either you don't remember her being at the party.
I don't even remember having a
You
party.
don't remember having a brown Ford pickup
No,
truck?
I don't.
I mean, I could see it escaping your memory, but once I brought it up, it's like, shit, yeah, I remember that truck, this is what I did with it. Now, that fucking truck disappears.
I don't remember having a Ford truck.
Well, you own one, believe me. You own a brown Ford 150 pickup truck. You never sold it. You didn't trash it.
I don't remember
You
having a
didn't
truck.
sign over the,
Didn't
paperwork.
transfer the title,
it just disappears.
gone.
Mhm.
Now, she gets into a brown Ford pickup truck, that's the last thing 2 witnesses say they saw her. That's the last time,
Credible.
the last
Credible
time,
That's fine.
last time she was alive was getting into a brown Ford pickup truck. You owned a brown Ford pickup truck, it disappears, never sold, never transferred.
No, whatever. I don't know nothing about
So how do you
Ford pickup truck.
how do you
If I
explain
had
that?
one, I had one, but I don't remember having one.
The last time she's seen before getting into the pickup truck is at your house at a party, where Richie Natali was at,
I don't know about that.
or one of the Natalis. Do you understand why?
That's fine, but you know, how many times can I tell you? I don't know nothing about it.
You know, you
Is
can-
Richie Natali the guy that we shouldn't be looking for?
I have no idea.
Is the truck the one that Richie stole?
No, he stole my car.
I mean, all these pieces are fitting into a perfectly good-looking pie, you know? It's all coming together.
Oh, that's fine. Trust me, you don't mean that much to me where I wouldn't fucking tell you guys if I knew something.
What was the talk when she disappeared? Anybody,
I don't even remember.
you know? Now,
I don't remember. I
What-
actually I do remember something about her supposedly went to Florida. That's the only thing I remember.
that you went to Florida.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you heard that from?
No.
Yeah, and they gotta fucking come after you, you know?
That's alright.
You can
Oh,
bank
yes.
on that. You know, listen to what I'm saying, just the information we just gave you, plus your background. Older guy, always dated young girls.
No, not always. But I did at times.
Okay, a bunch of them.
Yep.
15, 16 years old.
Yeah.
How old was Jennifer when she disappeared?
I don't know.
She was 16.
Yeah.
Little blonde.
Yeah.
How many of those girls were blonde?
Few.
You got some assaults against women,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
They got, we're here as private investigators. You know how you've had dealings with cops. You
Yeah.
know how they fucking, even if you didn't do it, they're gonna put it together
Well,
We're gonna make it fit.
and they're gonna make it fit.
then I'll go down for something I didn't do.
It's a shame because your daughter will suffer for that.
You don't think my
Beautiful
daughter is
12-year-old
suffering
girl.
already for me being accused of knowing
Well, you know
stuff
what?
I
You
don't
could
know?
come out of this looking like a hero, Kevin.
Yeah, I wish I could.
You can. Do
You
the right
certainly
thing.
I'm doing the right thing.
You do the right thing. Tell us what you know.
I don't know anything.
We'll make you look like the fucking hero.
If I knew something, I'd tell you.
Reward on top of it
I
to
don't
boot.
care about the reward.
You know nothing.
I know nothing.
So it wouldn't bother you that to do a life bit?
It
But
would bother
nothing.
me, yeah, it would bother me, but I still can't.
When you don't, yeah,
I still can't change it.
you can change it though.
No, I cannot change it. I'm not gonna make up
This
something.
guy, you could end up doing time and Natali could get off if
Yeah,
he,
'cause
if
he's
he
gonna be the one to
operates,
cut the deal.
if he operates,
That's fine,
it-
but
if he
it's gonna be
operates
all
it the right
lies, and
way, if
that's
he
what it comes down
manipulates
to.
it.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is for a
Natali's
guy
smart
who
enough to
was
do it, too.
so bothered by the fact that he could ever go to jail, he was so quick to say, yeah, if I have to go
And I
even
said it
on
would,
a lie,
and I said it
I'll
would
go.
bother me. What else choice do I have? I'm not gonna make up something to get somebody in trouble.
We don't want you to make it up.
Well,
Yeah. We want you to tell us about that night that you came home with the bloody stuff.
I've come home with bloody stuff.
Then start reeling them off to us, one at a
Oh
time.
my god, there's too many to reel off.
No, they're not.
Yeah, there
Not
are,
the
and I've
one
never
that- not
burnt
the
any
one
of my
that
clothes,
we- not
ever.
the one that
I've never
we're
burnt
in.
any part of my clothes, shoes or
Yeah,
nothing. No, I never have. Like I said, I got bloody clothes at the house right now. My shirt's all torn up.
you know, you're planting a seed here with us, or with me anyways, that it may be Natali that was the innocent bystander.
Oh, whatever.
I felt that way.
Do we wanna ask him about the remarks made down south? Or do we want to just leave that? I mean, I don't know how we can help
Ask
it.
me
I don't
anything.
know.
What remarks about you and Natali putting Jen in the truck?
I told you already, that's what the cops told me.
You didn't tell me that. I asked you what they told you. You never mentioned
Yeah,
it.
I did.
No.
You never mentioned
Yes,
it.
I did. Look, reverse your tape, you'll see it.
So what did they tell you? Refresh my memory.
That me and him put her in the truck and drove her into a lake.
So you never told us.
Yes, I
The muck?
reverse the tape.
What lake was that?
I have no idea. They didn't say.
The cops told you that?
Yeah.
Where did that information come from?
I have no idea.
So now you got Jennifer going to a party at your place.
Supposedly.
Two witnesses.
I don't remember her ever being at my place.
But, you know, look at it from our point. She
Yeah.
gets into a brown truck, you own the brown truck at the time, it
yeah.
disappears, and then someone says that you told them, now they don't have any of this information, that you told them that you and Natali put her in the truck and drove her into a lake.
Bullshit.
So this came from
I don't care where it came from.
all kinds of people,
Yeah.
all
That's
kinds of
fine.
witnesses, and they all say the same
That's
thing.
fine.
What do you think, that there's a conspiracy against you, against Natali?
I don't know.
Do you ever recall watching a television broadcast and making a remark that,
I know where that came from. That came from Reggie.
that came from who?
From Reggie and Kimmy.
What was that about? See, you didn't tell us about that either.
About what?
Well,
About
what I-
watching fucking CSI and shit?
But what happened? You know, we're trying to clear this up. Trying to,
This is what the fucking cops twisted me about before. This is shit that came out of their mouth.
out of Richie's mouth?
And Richie and Kimmy's, yeah.
Well, they haven't told us. Will you tell us?
No.
I can assure you what we heard, we didn't hear it from them.
Yeah, well.
So do you wanna tell us about that?
No.
But you gotta
See,
understand.
this is the wall you're building up
That's
out
because you're
here,
pissing me off.
that we can't,
Yeah,
well,
but
we don't
if
need
we
to
get
piss
the
you off, but-
information firsthand from you, Kevin, we can put it to rest. Instead of
There's no
trying to
information to
rely,
give you.
but trying to rely
Trust
on
me, I'm here at my own free
information
will. I haven't been trying to hide. I haven't
That
been
is
doing
correct.
anything.
That is correct.
If I had something to tell you, I'd tell you. I got other things I could be doing today.
What?
Plenty of other things.
What?
Hanging out with my friends.
Do you have a job?
No.
When's the last job you held? How do you pay for all your cars? How did you pay for all your
Back then I had settlement. Yeah.
How many settlements?
A few.
Few?
Yeah.
Do the right thing, Kevin.
I'm doing the right thing. I'm here.
Do you understand why they're looking into you, why we're looking into you? I mean, does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you seem to think that everybody made all this shit up.
There was a lot of shit made up. Yeah.
That truck wasn't made up. That truck is missing. Jennifer Fay is missing. None of
What
that
else
is made up.
missing?
So the truck is gone. Jen is gone. The few credible people that have come forward that put her in your truck the night she disappears, that's bullshit. Come on.
Never been.
Did someone else have your
I
truck?
have no idea. I don't even remember having a truck. I remember my green one. I don't remember a brown one.
Bought the truck from an old man, older guy.
Where?
Might have been from Easton. Brown, F-150.
I don't know why I buy Ford. I don't think so.
No, you did. And it disappears, just vanishes, you know. I mean, you know yourself, you can track those things.
Yeah.
Until the time they're crushed,
Yeah.
thing just disappears.
Yeah. Somebody friggin' puts it on the road in their name. Yeah.
No, I mean, it just disappears. Never sold, never transferred, never salvaged,
No
never
one else
crushed.
ever registered it, nothing.
Just disappears.
Nobody put a vehicle with that VIN number on the road ever again. Ever again.
I don't know.
The story comes out that
Coincidence.
you and Natali drive a brown truck into a lake with Johnny.
It wasn't a brown truck. They said it was a green truck. See, now you're getting me confused even worse.
I was still early. They didn't have all the information. The green truck you bought after she disappeared.
No, I did not. Green truck I had when I was with Sandy.
What happened to that truck?
I sold it to Melvin's parents.
That we can account for.
Yeah.
The brown one's gone.
I don't want to go back on a brown truck.
Not sure why you'd want to cover for a piece of shit like that.
I wouldn't want to cover for him.
You know, you leave here, people, you're not going to be cleared in everybody's mind. In Angie's mind, your daughter's mind, your buddies up here. It's not going to work that way.
And what if you fail?
The indication is
I'm not
that
going to fail. I'm not worried about failing. I'm not going to fail.
you're pointing the indication that you're hiding something rather than being
Why?
honest.
Because I'm not giving you guys making up lies to
No, because
please
of
you
things
guys.
like you've never said a bad word in 2 hours about Richard and Natali. Why? You don't like him.
I don't
You
like
made that clear.
Yeah.
We have called him names. You have never said you're right. Never. When it comes to Richard and Natali, for some reason, you just don't want to say anything. Or the Natali family.
It's
Let's
like
not
you're
forget
scared.
Richard.
It's like you're scared of the
Yeah.
family.
It's
Really?
like you're bothered by him.
I'm not scared of nobody.
I would hope not, because quite frankly, my personal opinion is nothing but a bunch of fucking bullies. They're a bunch
Yeah.
of bullies who never left the town. They built a saga they built this big reputation, and they're nothing. They're just bullies.
They ain't as tough as they think.
They're not.
Well, they are with those
But
who are
they're
weaker
tough
than
enough to
them,
throw
and-
you under the bus when it comes their turn.
Let me tell you something. Let me ask you something. Do you ever tell people that Natali's are no one to mess with? They're capable of hurting people?
Probably. I've seen them hurt people before.
Really? Because that's not what you said earlier. You said you'd never seen Richard lay a hand on a girl.
Not a girl, but I've seen them hurt people before.
Who?
Just people, I don't know. There were people in the neighborhood that walked in the neighborhood.
And why were they hurt? Why did they hurt them?
I have no idea. It wasn't my business.
Do you know if they ever killed anyone?
I have no idea. I would doubt it, but I don't know.
What do they do to that girl down there?
I don't know. I was living out here. I have no idea what they did to her.
You must have talked to people. They ever beat her?
I don't know. Ask Eddie. He's the one that was there, not me.
Why do you get it in for Eddie? I mean, you haven't said one bad word about Richie and Natali, who's a
But
fucking
you,
scumbag.
oh yeah,
But you keep beating up on Eddie.
yeah, bad.
'Cause I don't like him.
And I'll tell you this, Eddie had nothing bad to say
I
about him.
don't care.
Why? What's he done there?
Don't know.
Do you think he had something to do with Jennifer?
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past him.
I know he didn't.
Okay.
Why wouldn't you put it past him? You ever see him beat up women, girls, abuse them, young girls?
No, I don't think so.
So why wouldn't you put it past him? You ever hurt anyone else?
Has Eddie? I don't know. He might have. I don't know.
What did the Natalis do that you're aware of? Are you gonna cover up for them?
Huh?
You're gonna cover up for them?
Cover up for what?
What did you see him do? You said they were rough. You saw him beat up people,
Oh,
hurt
just
people.
like neighborhood shit, just fighting and shit. It's not.
You ever see him?
But you've been 100 fights. Why would that bother you?
I didn't say it bothered me. I said I wouldn't doubt if they have hurt somebody or killed somebody.
Did you ever see him really hurt someone?
No.
They ever use weapons? Not that you'd need a weapon to kill a 16-year-old girl that weighs 85 pounds.
Especially if it wasn't
I
done on
don't
purpose
think
to
I've seen
begin
them-
with.
I've seen them with weapons, but I've never seen them use them.
Do you have any weapons?
Do I? Not anymore.
Used to?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of weapons you have?
Guns?
Shotguns, rifles, handguns?
I have all kinds of guns.
There's a possibility that it was all an accident too,
I believe
that there
it
was no premeditation, that it just happened,
Yeah, I mean,
you know?
we don't think that,
I don't
you
think
know,
anyone
this was
saw
planned
it.
out. They decided to choke her out and, you know, that's not how it happens half the time. You know yourself, you lose your fucking temper and it goes too far.
Yeah.
And then you gotta cover it up.
Yeah.
When you cover it up,
It's
when
worse
you
than.
cover it up, you need help
Yes.
in covering it up. You don't wanna go
I
there.
couldn't even keep something like that inside of me. You guys just don't know me.
Really? Because you've choked out Angela, you've choked out Regina,
I never choked out Regina.
you choked out Sandra,
I never choked out Sandra.
you didn't throw her down a flight of stairs?
Regina, I pushed her out of my house and she fell down the flight of stairs. I didn't push her down no stairs. She was pregnant with my kid.
So was Sandra, Sandy.
I never choked out Sandy. I never put my hands on Sandy.
Ever broke anyone's arm?
Yeah, it was an accident.
But they're saying this, Kevin, because that's the shit they're gonna throw at you.
It doesn't
And that's-
matter. I didn't.
That's
Pattern.
what they got this.
I don't know anything.
Well, let me tell you, even if you're being 100% honest
I
with
am
us,
100% honest with you.
they're not gonna take this.
Well, what difference does it make?
It makes a difference of whether you wind up being
First
parlayed
at bat.
into something that you
Yeah.
might not have done,
You know,
or something that you were
I'm not
forced
making up
into
lies
doing.
to get myself out of shit.
When they want you, they'll get you.
That's mine. They know where I'm at.
You ever tried to commit suicide?
Yeah, I have.
You don't have to go there.
No, I don't care.
Let me ask you something.
I ain't worried about it.
You were willing to wear a wire back then.
You know,
Would you do the same?
it'd
Yeah.
take me a while because I'd have to get in close because they know everything that's going on. And yeah, I would do the same.
You'd be
I
willing
do
to
it.
do
To,
that?
I do it for you guys. Yeah, I would.
What would you try to solicit from? What kind of questions would you ask
I
Natali?
don't know. I can't just think of it right now. I mean, it's something that we'd have to go over, and I'd have to get in close with them.
You'd be willing to do that?
Yeah, I would. But like I said, it'd take a little while because I ain't talked to him in a long time. And with all the shit that's going on, he might think that it's me, that I'm having something to do with it.
But that would mean you'd have to come back to Brockton for a while.
Does it bother you that if he thought that? Because, you know, you've got kind of a carefree, you don't give a shit, you know, what people think.
I do
So
give
if he
I
think-
do give a shit, or else I wouldn't be sitting here right now. For one
Okay,
thing.
fair enough, fair enough. But as far as the Natali goes, does it bother you what he,
I just don't want him to find a wire on me.
yeah,
That's all I'm worried about. I'll do whatever. I don't care. I've won wires before.
Mhm.
Don't bother me.
Really? What kind of a situation did you want away before?
I busted some big time drug deals in South Carolina. And you don't know, so please don't tell.
Why?
Again, we don't go back and tell anybody anything.
No,
They
no.
give us information, we don't give it to them. And how did that come about? Did you get popped?
No. Voluntarily.
Why would you do that? Something you didn't like? Or
No, it was just there was too many drugs in the neighborhood I was living in.
did you get busted?
Yeah, I guess as far as I know, they did. Yeah.
Was that in Walhalla?
Yeah.
So you worked with, what, the police,
Sheriff's
the sheriff's department?
Yeah. I wore a camera in a while.
You weren't in trouble, you didn't make a deal.
No.
And the sheriff's department just came to Kevin Mailer and said, hey Kevin, help us out
Actually, it
here.
started off was my friend's wife was doing a lot of crack, and he asked me if I could do it for him to get drug deals out of her life, and I did. And they wanted me to keep doing it, so I did.
How long ago was this?
A while ago.
Did you have Kaylee at that point? How old was Kaylee when this was?
Kaylee wasn't. I wasn't at the house at the time,
You weren't living at the house at the time?
no. And that has nothing to do with this, it's just,
Well, I'm just trying to figure out when this.
I know, but you ask me too many questions for something that doesn't matter.
Kevin, if you know something, I can pick up the phone
If I knew something, I'd tell you.
and work something out where you end up being a hero instead of doing fucking time.
And that'd be nice, but I can't lie to you.
Don't want any lies. Just want what you know.
I don't know anything. If I knew something, would I volunteer to wear a wire and don't want to get myself in trouble?
You haven't done it yet.
I'll do it.
You could be blowing smoke.
I'm not blowing smoke. I'm not afraid to wear a wire. I've done it like 8 times. And these were people that I knew would kill me if they found out.
Who's that?
Dealers.
All drug related?
Yeah.
What do you think Natali would do if they caught you with one?
They can't do nothing to me.
They can't?
No.
Oh, they're sick enough to keep some girl tied in their basement and let neighborhood
I'm
guys
not a
rape
girl.
her and.
I don't think you're afraid of.
I'm not afraid.
I don't think you're afraid. You know, maybe they were the tough guys in the fucking neighborhood back then, but I don't think they're worse yet, to be honest with you.
They're living off their reputation.
I'm not living off their
No,
reputation.
they
Oh,
are.
I have
they
my own
are.
opinion ideas. They ran from me. They threatened me a lot, but they ran from me. I tried to get Greg to talk about it, but he won't talk about it.
What do you think Greg would know? Anything?
I don't know. Greg ain't that type of person. Greg ain't like Rich.
But they're not gonna rat their brother out.
No.
are they?
No.
What do you think that is? Why wouldn't Greg talk about, someone that disappeared from their neighborhood?
He seems to think it's somebody else.
Like who?
John DeRocha or something like Jeff's brother. I think his name's John.
Kid's mentally challenged.
Who, John?
Seriously.
Huh?
Seriously.
Mentally challenged. He broke my nose one time. He ain't that mentally challenged.
John DeRocha broke your
He kicked
nose?
me in my face, yeah.
What was that about?
And we got into a fight and a couple people pulled me off him and were holding my arms and he ran up and kicked me right in my face, broke my nose, my cheekbone and stuff.
He's got some serious issues now.
Does he? What happened to him?
Don't know. Drugs, beatings, whatever. He's not too sharp.
You know, he was fine when I seen him last.
Why would Greg think he did it?
I don't know. Greg didn't say, he just said that, I don't know. I can't remember. I'd have to look at my.
How do you get into the conversations with Greg about Jennifer? How does her name even come up?
I gotta
Gotta
tell him
take
that
a
I have
break.
question for it.
Gotta take it. Gotta.
Change
Can you
it
qualify? We gotta take a break.
real quick.
What time is it?
It's 1:05 p.m. We're changing tapes. Kevin, you're aware that we're pausing the tape?
Yeah.
Time is 1:07 p.m. Kevin, again, you're aware that we're recording this?
Yes.
You say you've been in communication with Greg, but not with Richard Natali. What do you guys talk about?
Mostly kicking Eddie's ass.
Jennifer Fay ever come up?
Yeah, a couple times I told him that I was being questioned for it and stuff, and just wanted to see if he knew anything, like, would say anything about it.
And what would he do?
Say that his brother didn't know nothing. that, something about his girlfriend yelled at some cops or something. He didn't want to talk to him. Yeah, Richie didn't want to talk to him anymore.
Oh, Richie's girlfriend?
Yeah.
And what made him, how did Richie come up? Is that something you asked him, or did he just bring Richie's name up?
I might have brought it up, I don't remember. But that's just because the police asked me about it last time.
Local cops down in South Carolina ever question you about Jennifer?
No.
Did you ever talk to him about that? You said you know a couple cops down there, a few cops down there.
No, I didn't talk to him about it.
What's your relationship with Kim Clark?
I like her.
Have you talked to her since she,
Did you say you don't like
I
her?
don't like her. I don't like anybody in my family. Except my brother.
who are your other relatives? I know the Clarks are your cousins, right?
Yeah. And then my brother Ray, that's it.
That's it? Do you have any other family members in Brockton? That's it?
When's the last time you talked to Kim?
Like 4 months ago when I was in Brockton.
Remember what you talked about?
No.
Was it over the phone or in person?
No, it was in person. Probably talked about drugs.
Why would you talk about drugs with Kim Clark?
Because I was going through a bad time and she was going through a bad time.
What kind of drugs does she do?
What kind does Kim do? Anything she can get her hands on. She sent Richie into the dumpsters to pull out pill bottles and she took whatever they were.
What about Sandy Clark? You know Sandy Clark?
Yeah, she's my cousin.
You get along with her?
On and off.
She's younger than the rest of them, right?
No, she's the oldest.
Oh, she's
I
the
think, second oldest. I think she's younger than Eddie.
But you get along with her somewhat?
Depends, they all stick together. They like the Natali, some guys stick together. They stick up for each other, right or wrong.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever really done that for you though, huh?
I don't need anybody to do it for me. Angie's done it for me, but that's it. My dogs.
Well, there's no question that you had a tough life, especially early on.
Yeah.
I don't know what's your life like now.
Boring.
You got some good friends though?
I got friends.
What would you want your future to be?
What would I want my future to be? Just be a good dad for my daughter. That's it. That's all I care about right now.
How do you feel about Angie?
How do I feel about her? I can't stand her. I mean, I love her, but I can't stand her. She's mean, cruel.
How are you gonna be a good dad to your daughter all the way up here when she's in South Carolina?
I can't be around her mother. It's not good for my daughter to see stuff that she's seen.
Do you get along with Angie's mother?
Not really.
What's she like?
Daughter, I mean, she's just a normal person, I guess.
She's seen a lot of the arguments and fights, right?
She started a lot of the arguments and fights. Yeah, of course she's seen them.
Why would she start?
Just for something to do.
Let me ask you something.
Uh-huh.
You seem to be blaming Angie and the mother. Did you have a lot to do
Oh
with this?
yeah, of course I have. I just told you I had a drug problem.
Okay.
That had a lot to do with a lot of things.
So I mean, you can understand how they feel. You get out of control when you.
No.
No.
Well.
So what do you mean? What do you mean by drug problems? I mean, how does that affect your relationship?
Angie don't want to be on drugs.
It's not how you act on drugs.
No.
She doesn't want you to.
I don't know if that's why she never said it. But
She's a nurse, right?
yeah.
So she probably sees a lot of shit coming in and out of the hospital, right?
Yeah.
Did you ever OD?
think I have.
Did you go out with a girl in, up here in Walton? It was Laura,
Yeah, we were friends.
you were friend. You have a relationship with her?
No.
You did?
No.
You never, an item, 2 years?
No, we were friends, we were close friends.
You ever have sex with her?
No,
You never did?
no.
She was real young, right?
No,
What do you mean by friends?
we were friends.
Talking?
Yeah.
You never hooked up with her?
No. Already going before the grand jury and shit about that. Already asked.
Were you accused of it?
No, no, it was just brought up in a different case.
Oh, they questioned you about it. What kind of case was that?
A rape case. Not with me. I just, they want me to be a witness against the person.
Witness?
Yeah.
Was she involved in that?
I don't think so.
Who was the victim of the rape?
Another friend of mine.
Female?
Yeah, this ain't got nothing to do with this stuff. I don't want to talk about that. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Is that an open case, or is that gone?
It's gone, I think. I'm not sure what's going on.
Was that here in Walton?
Yeah.
Kevin, what do you remember about your days in Brockton?
Mm.
The parties you guys had?
Everybody had parties back then. There were parties everywhere.
About the young girls that went to those parties? Who would hook up with them?
I don't know. I had my girlfriends. I didn't know. I don't pay attention to anybody else.
You ever see anyone abuse
Have I?
women, girls at those parties?
No. Not that I remember, but I don't think so.
What do you think happened to Jennifer?
I don't know what happened to Jennifer. What do I think happened to her? Probably if somebody did something to her.
Like what?
I don't know.
You think it was sex related?
I don't know. I don't know.
You must have thought about it over the years. I mean,
Actually, I didn't
everybody
even
has
think
their-
about it till the cops came down and questioned me about it.
No, that was, what, 6 years ago, 7 years
Yeah.
ago?
So since then, what kind of an opinion have you formulated about it?
I don't know. I really don't like thinking about it.
But you have.
Yeah, I thought about it.
You ever talk about it with Darren or Butchie or friends up here?
Have I talked about it to him? About what could have happened? Maybe. I don't know. I've never told anybody I knew anything because I don't. But I told people that I've hung out with people that could have done something. That were, you know, bad people.
And who are those people that you mentioned?
I've hung out with a lot of bad people.
But who, you say you hung around with bad people that could have done that, you were referring
Said I
to
could
the
have done
Brockton,
something.
you were referring to the Brockton area, right?
Yeah.
Who were those bad people?
Well, Natali's, hung out with a lot of gangsters that rode motorcycles and stuff. I hung out with Regina's dad. I mean,
Gangsters that rode motorcycle
yeah,
clubs?
just, yeah,
Brockton based?
yeah.
Believe me, we're familiar with all of them, so. You still, keep in contact with them?
Somewhat, a little bit.
Yeah. Kevin, I don't know, man. I was hoping this would go a different direction. If you know anything, tell us now, because
I would.
now we have the influence, we could do something. I can hook you up and make you look like a good guy.
I would if I could.
Is there anyone that's ever mentioned about where they thought she may have been buried? That, so you couldn't pinpoint us in any particular direction based on what other
If I
people
could
have
tell you
said?
guys, I'd tell you everything I know.
Well, I can't speak for this whole team, but for me, I think you're fucking lying. I just think you're not telling us everything, Kevin, and we're giving you every opportunity.
Yep, and I
Every
appreciate
time
that.
we get to a question that's of importance, well, I don't wanna talk about that.
No,
Well,
not a-
I don't really remember, or that really doesn't have any relevance. Well, you know something? It's about time you realize everything has relevance. If it
I've
didn't
answered
have
the
relevance, we
questions I
wouldn't
knew
be
about.
asking you.
I wouldn't have come all this way.
We wouldn't have come
I
5
would be
hours
sitting
asking.
here, Jesus Christ. What the hell do you want me to do?
Tell the truth.
I am telling the truth.
The whole truth.
I am telling the whole truth.
Everything you know.
I am.
What body of water were the cops talking about?
I have no
Truck
idea,
went
I
into?
didn't say.
You must have told them, huh?
Told what?
You had an idea of where that body of water might have been?
Why would I tell them that? I'm not gonna tell anybody anything I don't know about.
You think they can't get a conviction without a body?
I know they can.
Yes,
Certainly
sadly
can.
mistaken.
I know they can. I never said they couldn't.
I know what it's like in prison, believe me. Being away from your daughter, your family, them saying, fuck you, I don't
No
want nothing more to
contact.
do with you, he's a convict.
No phone calls, no none of it.
Of course, you might meet some nice guy, that's about it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to tell you, you know what they do to,
I already know.
you know?
Especially guys who
You-
take advantage of little girls.
He knows what I was referring
You give thought about how your life has gone up to this point, how things have really sucked for you. There's a lot of circumstances where you had no control over.
to. You can change
You know,
all
you
that.
can't pick your parents. You can't pick what's gonna happen, foster
I could
home and
change
everything
the
else.
wood.
There were many, many things, but there's a lot of decisions that you could have made yourself as well. You know, you made some right ones, you made some wrong ones. And I tell you, if ever an opportunity arose just to change things around and to prove to people, and more importantly, yourself, you know, that,
That's why I want a polygraph. I wish you'd given it to me first, because then you would just left me the hell alone.
Why didn't you take the polygraph down in South Carolina?
They wouldn't give me one down in South Carolina. I guess I was on all kinds of medicines back then. They said I didn't interfere with it.
No, you went to a doctor and got a doctor's note saying that you couldn't do
Because
it
they
because
said
it would
that.
interfere with it.
Yeah,
So you bailed on him.
I didn't bail on nobody.
You went to a doctor and you got a
I didn't have a
note.
chance to go to a damn doctor. I was in fucking jail.
You got a doctor's note that said you couldn't take the polygraph.
Okay.
You just said that.
You know.
Is
was
that
for-
true?
No, not that time, no.
No.
I was in jail. They picked me up right, I came home from the campground and they picked me up and I was in jail the whole time, so I couldn't go to a
So
doctor.
there was a time
Yeah,
that you got a doctor's note that
Yep.
said I cannot. So in other words, you offered to take a polygraph more than once.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
With
you-
regards to this case.
Yep.
And you backed out. Why was
I
it?
didn't back out. They didn't give it to me.
But you got a doctor's note. Why?
No, I didn't. I'm gonna go, cause you try to twist my words around. You're not making any sense.
So when
I
you got
just
the
said
doctor's note,
as I didn't know anything about this, they picked me up and put me in jail. I didn't have a chance to go anywhere or do anything. So how would I get a doctor's note if I'm sitting in jail?
okay, so what was the polygraph that you
It
bailed
was
on?
for something else.
What was that for?
I'm not gonna get into it. It was for something else. It had nothing to do with violence, nothing. It was just for something else.
Okay, alright.
well, everything has pretty much changed for me here, it seems like.
Me too.
You know, I come in figuring, you know, you're a victim of circumstance. You just
Yep.
couldn't help it being in the wrong place at the wrong time, and
You guys
You
can
know, but
believe
now
what you
I
wanna
feel as though-
believe.
I feel
know
as
in my
though-
heart
I feel
that
as
I
though
have nothing to do with anything.
Natali's the one that's a victim of circumstance
That's fine.
now.
Think what you
So I
want.
don't. Yeah, I know I can think what I want, of course. And of course, the police are gonna, the stadiums are gonna ask me what I think as well.
That's
I'm gonna-
fine.
I'm gonna lay it right out to them, you
Go
know,
ahead.
that there's something wrong here.
That's fine. I know in my heart, and God will know
And it's too bad, because you know something, there isn't a person in this room who believes that Jennifer Fay is alive. And her mother, just like Angela, the mother of your child, her mother wakes up every fucking day not knowing.
I know that.
Not having the closure of knowing where her daughter's body went. No
And
doubt
if I
her
could
daughter's
help,
dead.
I would.
If
That's
that
why-
woman could
that's
just
why I
have a
came here.
funeral and
I
have some
could've just
closure and know and move on with her life.
I could have
but
just
no,
been like
she's
Rich
stuck.
Natali and said, I don't want to talk to you guys.
No, you know what,
You're
let's
wrong.
clear that up.
Let's
too.
clear that up.
Rich Natali didn't tell us that. You
Oh,
know who
his
told us that?
girlfriend.
His fucking girlfriend told us
Yeah.
that. He wasn't even man enough to call us and say,
His,
I'm
yeah,
talking to you.
yeah.
He sent his goddamn girlfriend.
His wife or whatever, yeah, I
Are
took
you
the call.
kidding me?
Didn't have
He
enough
said
balls
when he was
to,
younger, he sent his mother to do his dirty work.
Well, that's
Maybe-
why we thought when Jennifer Fay was 16 and she disappeared, he sent you to do his dirty work.
No, I wouldn't do it.
maybe his mother knows something
Maybe.
that you're not telling us, yeah. Maybe she, helped.
That I'm not telling you. I can't tell you something I don't know. Trust me, they don't mean anything to me.
But I still feel like you know more than you're
Well,
telling us.
Whatever, you can feel, you got your right to feel
You're
the way
holding
you want.
back. You're holding a
I'm
whole
not
bunch of
holding
shit
anything
back.
back.
Kevin,
Oh,
we
come on.
have signed affidavits.
That's fine.
No, listen, just hear me out. We have signed affidavits from two very reliable, credible individuals
Okay?
who said that they heard you make a remark when you saw a television report.
Oh,
No, listen to me,
okay.
all right? They heard you make a remark contrary that had a great deal to do with that piece.
And then
And
we,
you don't even want to talk about that. You said earlier, right?
Because there ain't no reason to talk about it, because
Well,
the
there
cops
also
already told me
is.
the same thing, and it came from Kim and Richie.
Well, we didn't get it from Kim and Richie.
No, we
whatever.
didn't.
I don't care where you got it from.
So tell us about
There's
it.
nothing to tell you.
Did you not say it? Did you not?
What was said?
Yes,
What
no.
was said?
That they weren't even close. They showed a picture of us searching an area. And
Where
you
the hell
said-
would I see a picture of you guys searching?
It's been
an
all
area?
over the
on television.
news.
On what television?
On a television in South
In South
Carolina.
Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How the hell would I see something about Brockton on television in South
Been on-
Because
Carolina?
it was a national piece because we had.
I've never
national-
seen anything on television about this.
Never seen it?
Never.
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 Never had anyone send you news articles or video, nothing.
No.
Be a fucking man.
But you did make a comment that we weren't even close.
No, I didn't, because I don't even know what the hell you're talking about. I've never watched not one thing on fucking TV about any of this. Ever.
This bothers you a great deal more so.
Because you're pissing me off.
Well, I'm sure we are. We don't mean to.
Yeah,
It's not our
okay.
intent.
Yeah.
We're just trying to clear up what
You're trying to
we.
fucking, you're trying to get me into fucking say something that I didn't fucking have nothing to do with or know anything about.
No.
And basically you're calling me a fucking liar. I'm not lying about shit. I've never watched anything about any of this on fucking TV.
Never.
Never.
Is that fucking guy gonna show up or what?
Would you like me to
You
go
wanna
try
call
calling
him?
him
Try him
again?
again?
Yeah, give me a sec.
If he doesn't show up,
Joe, I'm gonna leave your number
if he
too.
doesn't
I'm
show
not
up, you
100%
think we
sure.
should reschedule, take the polygraph and be done with it?
Yeah.
Good evening, Beth.
That's the main thing I want is to take the polygraph. That's the main fucking thing I want. I told you they have one over at Sydney at the State Trooper Barracks. I already talked to the cops about it.
Smell.
And maybe we'll do that. I want to,
Get somebody
I want to do it
reliable.
right now. I want to get the shit done and over with.
Well, if you end up wearing a wire, then it ain't gonna get it over with. It's gonna extend it longer as well.
Well, if I take a fucking polygraph, then I can get my part of it over with.
And the one thing, oh, use this fucking guy again.
you'd be willing to work on this stuff?
Even though I'm really pissed off right now. Yeah, I will.
You gotta understand, got a lot of information.
You gotta understand where you
Points-
get some of that information.
We know that, believe me, we know that, we've gone through this information half a dozen times, try to confirm it, we don't make accusations without, but you have to understand that this information came from people, we gotta fucking seek it out.
That's fine, I mean,
It was not our intent to get you upset.
well, it's just, you guys think that I owe the Natali something, that I'd stick up for him or something like that.
But what?
You don't understand, Drake is the only one I like out of the whole family. Richie, I could care less what the hell happened to him. Richie don't mean nothing to me, he's done a lot of shit in the past to hurt me.
But you understand the predicament we're in.
I understand that.
We have probably 30 people here who have told us different things involving you. And you're saying,
Look, I made a
wait,
lot
no,
of,
no, no,
I made a
no,
lot of
listen.
enemies in my past, okay?
All we're saying is you expect us to say all 30
No.
of them are not telling us the truth.
Why do you think I'm here? I know you guys heard shit.
If
But
you
you gotta
were
understand,
us, what
I
would
wasn't
you
an
think?
angel when I was younger. I
We
made a
know that.
lot of enemies.
We know that. But what you want us to believe is all of these people are lying to us.
I don't know. I don't know what's being said, and I don't know who's saying it. So I know anything that comes from my family, they've caused me a lot of shit my whole life. So
Here we are. Hey. Yep, we're good. Oh, really? All right, well, I'm sorry to hear that. In fact, you should be getting a call from Michelle. She said she was gonna call you. All right. Yep, well, all right. You don't have to take a call now. Oh, really? Okay. All right. So what are you gonna do?
Is that still rolling?
Do you need
Yes.
help? Hold on. Do you need any help from us? Okay. All right,
Did you call already?
good enough.
I don't know, I haven't got the gist
I
yet.
left him a voicemail and I
Yeah.
left his number. I got a feeling he tried to call me and my phone's out of service
All
up
right.
there. Who do you use for cell
Okay.
service?
for us,
No, that's fine.
Do you have any
That's fine.
problems up
We'll
here?
call you back.
huh?
You have problems up
Thanks.
here?
I don't use the phone. I just text.
Thanks.
I have Sprint and I think I'm out of service.
He's approximately 2 hours away. He's got problems with his car. He does not think he's gonna make it. Told him we'd call him back.
Well, we could do lunch or something and write it out, or do you wanna reschedule? Maybe we can do it tonight, tomorrow, next week.
You guys know where I'm at. I'm not going anywhere.
Want to close this out?
Hold on.
Hold on.
It's up to you.
You know, I'm gonna go check. I don't think I locked my door. Excuse me, Bob.
I'm all done. I'm done with this shit.
I don't know what else we can do.
Let me ask you, I know I've asked you this a couple of times, you'd be willing to work with us? Trying to, see what Natali's
You
having.
gotta give me time to get close to them again.
Yeah. And, we're probably gonna have to reschedule for that polygraph, if you wanna do that.
I ain't got a choice, do I?
Believe me, we're not looking forward to coming back out, that's for sure, unless we can do it within the next day or two. We'll reach out to police department down there, see what they have to offer. Obviously, we don't know anyone down there, and we're gonna have to make some calls.
Paul Olson.
We're gonna have to make some
Sorry.
calls to Massachusetts to get the okay. Paul Wilson.
Yeah, I'll give you his phone number.
What relation is he to you?
You don't know him,
I
he's just
mean-
arrested me a bunch of times.
I mean, are you guys buddies or?
No. Well, I mean, he's just there. I mean, the cops around here are a lot different. I've been trying to get a hold of you guys, but Angie wouldn't give me you guys' number. 287-1750.
I left a number, didn't I? Didn't I leave a number when I called you?
No, you might have, I don't know. I don't remember. If you did, I lost
Your
it.
caller ID? No?
Yeah, but it wasn't on there. I looked, Darren looked.
Oh, really?
607-287-1759 is Paul Wilson's number.
What is it again?
607-287-1759. And the chief's name's Holocaust, Chief Holocaust.
Holocaust? Are we still on?
Yes.
Well, let's conclude the interview. It's 1:35 p.m. Kevin Mailer, you're aware that this statement was recorded.
Yes,
We hand you permission to do so.
yes.
Was everything you said during this interview correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.